Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Train Sim World 2 live stream, our first of the day. We are on the Boston Sprinter, the first route that came out with the rush hour release. So let's make sure we are good to go here. I think we are. Yep. All right. Everything's good. All right. Let's get in here and get our locomotive set up. We're doing this 7:59 service. It takes about 40 minutes. We're going from Boston to Providence in the ACS-64. So let's get in here. Oops. There we go. That side. Cap lights. I think I've got all the those on. Why not? I think all set. All right. Morning, Pithers. Might help if I take the brake off, huh? I forgot to set something. I think I did. I feel like I forgot to set something. There's like a brake key or something. What am I missing here? Something about the cut missing. I think I was supposed to change something on the brakes. What am I missing here? There's something with the brakes. I'm missing something with the brakes. I know that. That's got to be it, because I'm not getting any... I'm not getting any power. Something, we have to cut something in on the brakes, it looks like. It's got to be something with the brakes, I know that. What was it? It says something about cut out, so the brakes aren't. Is it on this? Zoom in from there. That's why. Aha! There it is. I knew there was something missing. There we go. Now we're underway. We're going to be late, but that's okay. So always got to remember there's a switch. The brake mode, we got to switch it to passenger because we're not running freight. If you don't switch that, you're not going to be able to move. Ah, well, there we are. We're finally underway on the Boston Sprinter line. Going from Boston to Providence today. This is only my second time on the route, and the first time I think I've done a service. The first service I did on this route was in the F40, which has some similar characteristics to the one on Peninsula Corridor. It's just that the brakes are different. They don't have a lap brake system on this route. Morning, Sue. Yeah, you did. Yeah, it's I was like, I know how to do this, and it's like, okay, I'm forgetting something. I know it. I just couldn't remember what it was, and then I'm like, it's got to be something to do with the brakes. If everything, if the circuits and all that are closed, then generally, my experience has been it's an issue with the brake system. So we'll be a little bit late. So hopefully everybody's doing well. Middle of the week. Just going to Boston Back Bay. Our stop coming up. And we should kind of start getting our faster speeds coming up. Yeah, I almost did. I was ready to like, okay, maybe I need to start again, or maybe I need to pick a different service or something. I was like, maybe this one's just glitched. So, speaking of that, so I did get a response for those of you who watched or saw or heard my frustration about a week or so ago on the Dresden route. But they get a response back from Dovetail Games. They know that there's some significant problems on the route. They don't have an estimated time for those fixes to be released. And that was pretty much the sum of it. They appreciate the feedback. It's confirming, I guess, in many ways, the things that have been reported by other players. In the forums or in the trouble tickets. So yeah, they basically said, yep, we are aware of it. We're looking at all of the information that's coming in from the players and what may or may not be causing these issues. Some fixes may be rejected, yada yada yada. It wasn't it was an acknowledgement, but it wasn't, for me, it wasn't very forthcoming. It's I'm a bit shocked. Even I would go so far to say disappointed that the route was released in such a state, that there's such a huge amount of errors, problems. Oh, I thought that train was coming right for us. I'm like, holy crap, we're gonna get hit by another train here in a moment. So yeah, it's I got the Seasons Pass. Bright Mainline is still forthcoming. Don't know when that's going to be out. Hopefully soon, or I'm guessing fairly soon, within the next maybe week or two, I'm guessing. Bright Mainline will come out, but after that there will not be any. I'm just letting everybody know now, if you're expecting to see more of the new routes beyond Bright Mainline, there will not be any new routes for the foreseeable future. I am not, and I explained this in a post on the forums. Oh, you didn't miss anything, Pithers. I was having trouble finding the getting the brakes released, so I finally found the switch. So we're running a little bit late, so you're fine. So yeah, there will not be any new routes on the channel for the foreseeable future. I cannot, in good conscience, give Dovetail Games money for routes, future routes, when when they're released. I'm not buying them out. I'm not buying them then. I'm gonna. There's no telling when stuff is going to be released in a workable state right off the bat. Sometimes it does, but the Dresden route was, as I think Amela pointed out very eloquently the other day I was DMing, and Amela said, the Dresden route wasn't a route that was asked for, so it wasn't something that people were really like itching to get their hands on. The only one out of the three was, well, this one I think was something that people were interested in, especially if they played the Northeast Corridor on Train Sim World 2020. But the one that everybody's really itching for, especially folks in the UK, is the Bright Mainline route. So, of course, if that releases in a broken state, and I think that's why it's been delayed. They don't want to mess that one up, because that's the one that I think everybody's been wanting all this time. And the fact that they're releasing it last, the hype is going to start building. Everybody's asking when's it going to come out, that sort of thing. So the Dresden route wasn't something, because everybody's kind of, I think, getting a little tired of the German routes. You know, they're all pretty much, for the most part, they're mostly the same. You know, you get, especially if you have a lot of the different locomotives, you have different services and stuff like that. But yeah, as excited as I was for, they talked about the two American freight routes. I think one's a Union Pacific and another one's another CSX route, or yeah, CSX route. I'm not buying them when they come out. So if you're looking for that content, it'll be probably a significant amount of time before that content would come to my channel. I can't in good conscience give them any more money, because I can defend them till I'm blue in the face, but what happened with Dresden was really sour as far as how they have conducted this whole rush hour situation. So, but it's up to them to prove me wrong. I'm willing, if they can prove me wrong, fine, but I don't have any faith that they're going to be able to prove me wrong. And that sucks. I hate to say that. I really do. I don't trust them now. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's our little negative sort of talk this morning. Not that I don't like to be negative, especially in the morning. It just sets the day off in a bad sort of, sets things off in a bad motion. So, you know, I've hopefully made, you know, and yeah, I don't think anybody from Dovetail probably read what I wrote when I put in the technical report. I didn't include the part about that I wasn't going to spend any more money, that the relationship is now damaged when I filed the trouble ticket. I think they have to know that people are feeling pretty let down lately by them. And I don't think that they want that. You know, I think they like to have everybody be happy and enjoy the routes and the content, and whatever, the locomotives and everything, but I just don't see probably should start breaking it short. I mean, the one that didn't make any sense to me was the memory resource error on the next-gen console. I thought all that stuff was supposed to have been dealt with the core update, and I feel like that wasn't handled, they thought it was fixed. I think in their minds, I think they believe deep down in their hearts that the core memory problems on the Xboxes was dealt with, but I think a lot of things got either missed by the quality control, or they were reported and ignored. Those are the only two possible things that I can think of when it comes to the release of the Dresden route. So, I don't know. I'd hate to think that they were reported and then whoever was in charge basically said, "We're just get it out there." Because I thought Dovetail Games was better than that, but I'm beginning to see that a lot of these companies, that's their new business model. They know things are broken. Good morning, Patrick. You know, they know things aren't working as intended. And so when somebody brings it up to somebody's attention, hey, we got to get it out there. The investors want their, you know, we got investors, they want the return on their investment. You know, kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a sad situation to be in, unfortunately. Anyway, I don't want to be negative. I just wanted to let everybody know that I did get a response back. It wasn't a very Isabella said it's, or maybe it was Mick. One of you said it was a seemed like it was a cut and paste sort of response. I think it might have been Abella, because Abella said there might be only one person who's handling all those customer issues. Now, I thought maybe certainly Natalie would be involved in that, because Natalie is the community liaison in the company. But I don't know. So anyway, enough about that. Let's just enjoy the route. All right, we got 30 miles to Providence, so we're just gonna. Now I gotta figure out where the hell is. There it is. So, anyways, yeah, so we're gonna steer clear of the Dresden route for the foreseeable future. We're gonna try to enjoy what other content we have. We still got lots of routes to drive. Dresden just isn't going to be one of them until I don't know. I don't even know if, you know, because they did say we don't know when the fixes are going to be out. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll try to enjoy what we have in the meantime. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I couldn't remember because I was telling. Oh, sorry, Pithers, you're having bad luck with your phone. Yeah, because I was telling you and Amilla both about it, Mick. I couldn't remember which one of you had said that. Hello, Mr. Adams. Well, we were just talking about you the other day when I was flying. I was wondering, I was going to say, Mr. Adams hasn't been in a while. It's like you disappeared again. Hope you're okay. Nice to see you here. doesn't make any sense. Why would you drop 5 miles an hour and then go? I'm guessing, I mean, I'm sure that's how it is in real life, but even that doesn't make any sense. I did find all the collectibles on this route. The snow shovels was the one thing that was went for a blood test today. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully everything's okay, Joseph. In fact, next month, I got to do that in preparation to see my primary care physician at the clinic, a new doctor. Sure, I want to get the look of come on, doors. Oh Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get a couple of dirty looks from my doctor when he looks at my blood test here at the end of October. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. The previous doctor I had, she always asked, like at least a week prior, she'd get a full blood test done. So yeah. Well, we drove 64 miles already. ACS-64. Zipping right along here. No, it's just I haven't had a physician for over a year now. The physician I had at the clinic, not long after we went into lockdown or quarantine, whatever you want to call it, she left and went to the VA hospital up in Albany. So I've not had a primary care physician in over a year. So this is the first time now, finally, that I'm actually going to be able to actually sit down and talk to a doctor. The thing that I didn't know about my doctor that somebody else told me was that she was primarily a women's health doctor. Yeah. So that was her specialty. It wasn't like general medicine or anything. Her focus was women's health. So yeah. So I think that's how she approached her medicine. So I have a male doctor this time. So yeah, I have to. That's one of the things I do appreciate, that they do insist on getting the blood test done, just to see. It does help them track your health. You know, kind of your diet as well. what are you eating? Are you eating well? You know, what can they do to help you improve your health? You know, you know, luckily I've never smoked, so I don't have to worry about that part, but I did grow up around, my dad smoked, you know, fairly regularly. Both my grandparents on my mom's side smoked. Yeah, I'll get mine at the clinic when they come out. I just, you know, as soon as they say it's available, I go down there and I get my jab, and I get hello Amela. I get my, you know, it doesn't cost me anything, and you know, in and out fairly quickly. So, you know, I do get that. So yeah, it'll be probably another month or two before they'll get their batch of flu shots. So, but yeah, pretty soon they'll start talking about it, or I'll get a text message or something saying flu shots available. You know, you can walk in or whatever. So. I don't, you know, when that time comes, I'm not, you know, like my dad was, he was going to originally move into an assisted living facility, and then was put off by the fact that it's a bunch of old people sitting around playing bingo and whatever. I don't mind that. You know, hey, I'll go somewhere and let somebody take care of me, because I don't see me getting married anytime soon. So, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna try to be overly stubborn and say, oh, I have to have. Nope. If that's the best place for me, and somebody can look after me, make sure I take my meds and whatever, then so be it. I'm okay with that. Send Bella around to look after it. Well, Bella's got family to look after anyway, so, you know, no, I can't. That's not I'll be fine. I'll find, you know, I think once I'm at a certain age, I can move into one of those old soldier homes, or, you know, VA assisted living or whatever. You know, because my dad's been waiting forever to get a nurse or somebody to come by even a couple times a week to look after him. And there's such a long vetting process, especially now with COVID, that it's, you know, he was like, that was his option was, well, if I stay at home, I'm going to need somebody to come by a couple times a week just to check in on me. And they, you know, he's been waiting forever for them to find somebody for him. Well, I'll go upstate. No, I am not. I do not want to die in the state of New York. I'm sorry, but no, that's not my lifelong dream. I'd be more than happy to pass away somewhere else. So. I can't even make it. It's so expensive in California. I can't even go back home to California to think about dying in California. So, Bella's got family to look after. Little baby Amy, I'm sure. So, if I have to go to a assisted living facility later on, that's a scary thought. No, I don't see getting married anytime soon, having anybody looking after me. So that's okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. I knew a long time ago that was going to be the case. So. That's just the way the world is sometimes. I know my dad would prefer that I move down there, but I can't. That's just too much to handle. I wouldn't really have a sense of my own, I saw when you came in, Chris. I said hello. Alright, let's see how we come into Providence here. Right there. So, yeah, we'll wrap things up once we get into Providence. Just a quick run here on the route. This isn't. We're going to try to be on this one a little bit more often and do some more services and all that. Tomorrow, I think I said it was going to be Munich to Augsburg. I may have forgotten, so I'm sorry if I'm changing it again, but that's another thing I got to get dealt with. Is my memory. It's almost like I feel like I got to walk around with a notepad handy all the time because I'm forgetting little things now. So, Amela, I should let you know I got up this morning. It was a little after 5. Got up and I made pancakes for myself. So, haha. And it wasn't just plain pancakes. It's the blueberry pancake mix. It's quite delicious. Any minute now, there's going to be the Gur face. Where? at the store. That's all I can tell you. I can't. I don't think they would fare so well between here and New York City. So. Yeah. I was going to get up. I had bagels this morning. Oh, this one. There's a really good bagel place in Savannah. Oh, it was delicious. Oh, speaking of Savannah, one of these days, that's another one of those aerial tours we're going to do in Savannah. So I know Mick has watched my walk around of Savannah, the video that I did. But yeah, we're gonna do eventually. That's on the list of places we're gonna fly around and take a look at. Is Savannah? Because when I was in Mick's chat last night on American Truck Simulator, I was talking about the morgue, the old Candler Hospital. I don't think you can tour it anymore, but there was a company that had it was like a locked gate. They were the only company that had access to it, and it was underground. Yeah. So I was like, I don't think we've done a flying tour of Savannah. So that's on the upcoming aerial tour. So I'm sure Mick will enjoy that. He'll have his post-it notes and pen ready for now I got Bex doing it. Oh boy. Now Bex is taking notes, so there's lots of places we never hear the history or understand it. I am thankful for the fact that I got to live in Savannah for several years, because it does give you a different context of the South that most people don't know about or isn't talked about in the history books. So even if it's bad history, I'd rather learn about it, because then it's like, oh, okay, I didn't know these things took place. Or if it's good history, try to find, it's, of course, it'd be great if we could find a balance between the good and the bad, but that's not always possible. But yeah, lots of history in the area there, and thankfully it's been preserved, so people have an opportunity to learn about it. So yeah, so we're going to do we're going to do a flying tour of Savannah here probably in the next week or so. Alright. Yep, we'll definitely be just a little bit late getting in here to Providence, but that's okay. It's all good fun. That's what happens when you forget how to change the brake system so that it's working as intended. We will do some more of the scenarios here on the Boston Springer route. That'll kind of get thrown into the mix of on the to-do list. We were still sleeping, so I had to eat them before they got cold. That's a good. I like that, Mick. That's a good excuse. I like that. Hey, they were there. You weren't here, so I had to eat them, because otherwise they'd go to waste. So it's either that, or I think Nick would take him down on his walk and feed the birds. Break them up and feed the birds with them. Yeah, there was a good bagel place in Savannah. City Market. Oh, they had the most phenomenal bagels and lox. Oh, it was so good. And they even had the Nova lox, which is the lower sodium lox. Oh man, it's a thing. Oh yeah. Cream cheese, oh, toasted. Oh, I must have hit the brakes a little late. Well, at least we're all on the platform. I like my iPhone. I haven't upgraded in quite some time, and all these problems I keep hearing with the newer iPhones is what's keeping me from upgrading. I don't want to take the chance. There you go, Pithers. Yeah. Yeah, it was right off post there in Savannah, and we'd go sometimes for like a late breakfast. Of course, it was always busy. That was one of those spots that everybody stationed at Hunter there would go and get breakfast. So, all right, let's see. I think we're going to get a silver out of this. We'll see if we get a gold, but I think we're getting a silver. Let's see if I'm correct. No, wow, got a gold. That's surprising. I was expecting silver since we were late. We did silver work and got a gold out of it. I got an iPhone 10 and it's been pretty solid. I haven't had any real major issues with it. So everybody, of course, that I know who takes pictures swears by the newer ones that the cameras on the newer ones are phenomenal. But I don't know. I sent Mick a picture on Discord and he seemed pretty happy that when I took a picture down the street where there was a intermodal service sitting on the track. So anyway, that's going to be it for right now. I will see you all in about an hour and 45 minutes. We're flying today the Grand Canyon, and then we're going to do the Spitfire underneath the Winston Bridge. I know which way I have to approach it. So we're gonna go one pass. I can't do two. It's a bit much. So my phone has been through the wars. So yeah, we're gonna fly around the Grand Canyon for a while, check those sites out, and just enjoy flying around and everything, and then we're gonna zip through under that bridge. We may the bottom of the plane may hit just a bit. Hopefully it doesn't, but as long as I don't hit the trees, I'm okay. So anyway, that's going to be it for now. I will see you all in